Clarence Long Real Estate is back for another EC shoot. If you have missed out on our EC video, which was launched and sold in one day, then here's another treat for you. I'm sure you will like it. We have not only one but two super high floor 2+ study units available for sale. Right, today we are going to show you one of the super high floor units, 850 square feet with unblocked view. Let's go check it out. Alright, let's kickstart the home tour from this balcony where we are located on one of the highest floor of this development, where we get this spectacular unblocked view on my right, right, where my owners have shared that they are able to even see fireworks from here. Take a moment to enjoy this view. And of course, over here we get a view of the lap pool. As you are sitting on a very huge plot of land, we enjoy fantastic block-to-block distance. For this particular unit, if we pull out the site plan, as you can see there are only 6 stacks of 2+ study, making it only 10% of the development. Out of this, there are only 3 stacks of 2+ study that is able to get the unblocked view, and if you want the view, you have to get the high floor units. Facing wise, we are northeast, so we get very good ventilation, breeze and brightness. And the bonus, if you like to enclose this space, my owners have actually done up the full automated zip track system where you can enclose the whole balcony. The balcony has also been nicely decked up, and laundry automated system has been done up on this side of the balcony to keep your clothing away from the view of your living room, which I personally love. Alright, so coming into the unit itself, we are at 850 square feet 2+ study layout. Where we are standing right now is actually the foyer area. On my left, my owners have done up full customized carpentry. On my left over here, we have also a sitting area where before you head out to work, you can actually sit down to wear your shoes. Over here, you have a small area where you actually put your decorative stuff, or even when you come back, you can put your car keys. Of course, on my right itself is the DB box where you can actually have more storage behind this door. Alright, so the highlight of this home is actually the super spacious L-shaped layout. Alright, everything has been so well planned, from the kitchen to the dining and of course the living room. Everything is so seamless. The unit is super well kept and most items are movable, so you get to explore your own ideals and keep costs to the minimal as there's not much hacking involved. Alright, so coming into the kitchen itself, we have a very good size open concept kitchen. Right, of course the beauty about it is that we also have a very large countertop over here. Carpentry has already been done and very well kept, and of course we do have the oven over here, and on my right over here we have the washer and dryer. Okay, if you like to do a bit of a heavy cooking, of course what we can propose is actually do a glass panel over here. Alright, so what I really love about this is actually the kitchen moving towards the dining area. Right, so the dining area itself, current setup is actually a 4-seater round table, but what you can actually do, because of the sheer amount of space, you can actually upgrade to a 6 or 8-seater dining set. Right, so perfect for families or even hosting your guests. Alright, so coming on to the living room itself, check out the amount of space. Right, wall-to-wall distance is at a fantastic measurement of more than 3.1 meters. On my right itself, current setup is actually a 75-inch television, but of course if you like to go bigger, you can do so. On my left side, we do have a 3-seater sofa right now. Right, what you can do is actually to upgrade to a 4 or 5-seater, you still have sufficient amount of space. Okay, lights and fans have all been done up by my owners, and not to forget, we actually do have the balcony space with zip track. So if you like to enlarge the space itself, you can definitely do so. So before we check out the bedrooms, let's check out some facts of Soul Acres. Soul Acres consists of 13 blocks of 1327 residential units ranging from 19 to 25 stories with a 1:1 ratio of car park lots. Developer is MCL Land, a reputable developer behind J Gateway, Palms at 6th Avenue and Leedon Green. It is located at the bustling township of Choa Chu Kang with coffee shops, markets, supermarkets, walking distance of 5 minutes to Teck Whye and Kiat Hong Shopping Centre. A bus stop is also located at your doorstep, which takes you to Choa Chu Kang MRT and Lot 1 in just 2 stops. Or you can take a stroll to Kiat Hong LRT and take 2 stops to Bukit Panjang Interchange, where you have more options such as Hillian Mall, Bukit Panjang Plaza and Junction 10. For schools, we have popular Southview Primary, Choa Chu Kang Primary, Teck Whye Primary within the 1 kilometer. Coming back into the unit itself, right, this is the corridor that leads to the study, the bedrooms and the common bathroom. Alright, let's bring out the floor plans before we head to the study itself. So looking at the floor plans, the unit consists of 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a study which is connected to the balcony. So essentially for an 850 square feet in some developments, this can be considered as a compact 3-bedroom. Alright, so standing outside the study itself, what you can potentially do is actually to hack away this wall to enlarge your living room space, or if you still like to keep the workspace itself, you can actually hack half of the wall, put glass. Okay, so when you are working itself, you can overlook into the living room when your kids are playing. Coming into the study room itself, as you can see, it has a decent sized room. Okay, on my left, it's currently used as a storage space, but as you can see, in terms of depth-wise, it's almost at 1 arm's length. On my right, the setup is currently a workstation, but what you can actually do is to convert this room into a helper's room where you can actually place a single bed over here, or convert it into a kids' playroom. Also coming into the common room itself, is currently used as my owner's kids' room, alright, with 1 single bed on my right. So what you can actually do is actually to convert this into a double bed. Okay, the lights, blinds and of course 2 panels of wardrobe has already been done up. Just before we enter the master room, this unit comes with 2 bathrooms. We do have a common bathroom. Check out the size and it's very well maintained, hence you can save on renovation costs. Alright, so coming into the master suite itself, check out the amount of space. On my right, we do have the bathroom which has been very well maintained, and of course we have new shower screen. Coming into the actual room itself, okay, we can actually put a king size bed, and look at the amount of space over here. What you can actually do is actually put a baby cot or potentially a dresser area. At the back, we do have 2 huge panels of wardrobe where you can actually fit a lot of clothing, and most importantly, towards the view itself is similar as the balcony. In terms of potential, we are close to Jurong Lake District and Jurong Innovation District, which will be coming up in the next 10 to 15 years. So you will probably look at a larger tenant pool and buyer demand. As our EC is just 5 years old, when we hit the 10 years mark, you can sell to all parties including foreigners, which then increase the potential upside of this development, especially when we have an array of facilities which cater to couples or families, which include a 50-meter lap pool, tennis court, multi-purpose court, rollerblading trail and more. So if you are looking for a newly MOP, well-maintained 2+ study unit which potentially is able to convert it into a 3-bedroom compact, then I think this is the one for you. 850 square feet, high floor, fantastic view at a great price quantum with potential upside. We have units available for sale at Soul Acres, so if you like what you have seen, do drop us a call. As usual, I'm Clarence Long, CRE, looking forward to build a long relationship with you.